Watch out when you say that stuff. We're almost live. Anyway, we just doing a little talk before we went live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another CineMayo's movie chat with Tim Allen and Tom Hanyadi, and yours untruly. I don't know, yours truly, whatever. Joe Mayo. I got some stuff to talk about tonight, and we do this show hopefully every Monday. It could be any time from 4 p.m. Eastern until 8 p.m. Eastern, around there. But so you never know which time. So subscribe, tune in, and check it out. All right. So did anybody watch movies this past week?
No.
No way.
No, I didn't watch anything because one, I had to, I took the weekend off to go to Vegas for the Paul show. Right. So that means I had to work, every night till then. And when I got home, I was just too tired to, watch and concentrate on a movie. So,
well, I respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah, flattery will get you nowhere, Henry. But hello.
It's a start, though.
Hello. I hate haircuts.
Hello.
I hate haircuts.
However, I will be making it up for it this week because I already booked a movie on Wednesday and Thursday.
All righty. And what is this about? J. Edgar movie?
Oh, that's the Clint Eastwood movie with Leo.
I don't watch a lot of, I believe, even the best Clint Eastwood movies. I mean, I'm talking about when he's in the movie and as an actor. I haven't even seen like the best Clint Eastwood movies. Dirty Harry. I know I've seen a couple, but when I do watch them, I'm sorry, folks. I'll take it back. Hold on. I liked Unforgiven. I will say that. I remember that. But I think a weak actor.
Did you see The Beguiled?
No.
Oh, wow.
Oh, by the way, I also did see what's the one when he was, oh boy,
In the Line of Fire was really good.
Gran Torino, and I think the guy's a weak actor. I'm sorry, that's the way it is. I mean, but I've seen all this stuff, but when I see it's just very. I saw some movie. I don't know. I turned on the TV recently. I don't know what movie it was. He's sitting in a car. He's young. It's got to be the 70s, and he's talking to some girl. And I think maybe it's one of those movies where he's supposed to have been like famous or something. And I don't know. I don't want to go in there. So I'm like, whatever he said, I'm like, wow, man, just didn't grab me. Here I go off on Clint now. Now watch he dies now. With my luck. Sorry, Clint.
He's in his 90s,
Did we lose anybody since the last time that we got to mention? It's always important. But I don't know. Cheers. Hello, Mike. Romoga, baby. What's going on? Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Good evening, Douglas. Mystic River. I saw Mystic River.
But he's not in it. He's not in it.
Oh, he directed it. Oh, okay.
Just directed it.
I remember Sean Penn.
Yeah, Sean Penn won Best Actor for that.
Yeah. Something bothered me about it, but I got to check my notes. It might have been the end of something. Something bothered me about it. I can't remember what it was, but that's a long ass time ago. All right. Well, anyway, did anybody pick any movies up? I didn't. Anybody?
No.
All right. So let's just go into movies that we've watched. Tom doesn't have anything this time. So
I should have taken this week off. I should have taken this week off.
Tom said to me, "Hey, can you do if you're doing the movie show? Can you do it late tonight?" And I said, "What time's good? Is it 7?" I said, "Yeah, 7's good." And that's what we're doing it lately anyway, about 7. And I'm thinking, I thought he had a lot to talk about. What the hell's Vic McGee? Who's Vic McGee?
No idea. No idea.
All right. Let's talk. I'm going to talk about what I think Tim watched way more than me, so I'm going to talk about some things. There'll be no surprises here. Well, there will be. What am I talking? There will be one surprise here at the end. All right. First of all, I've been going through the Monsters complete series. I try to do it every single Halloween season. I think that's the way to go. And I didn't get to season 2 last year, so I'm doing season 2 this year. How's that? So I'm making sure I'm starting with those. Okay. And, these look pretty fun. Damn fun. These are DVD. They look damn fine as they are on this set. But I wouldn't mind. This is one I wouldn't mind upgrading to Blu-ray if they ever put them on Blu-ray. You listen to me, Universal? All right. Speaking of Universal, another thing I try to do every year that I never do is watch most, if not all, of the Universal monsters. And so far, I've only gotten one. And I always start with this that I've seen so many times. Why mention it? But here we go again. It's Dracula. It's considered the first sound, I think, talking horror film. I think, and the major one. What can I say about it? Bela Lugosi's great. He's my favorite Dracula. When he's on screen, I think he's mesmerizing. His persona, his style. And I love the actors in here. I love Dwight Fry, who makes a crazy, insane, cackling Renfield. I think he's great. And I think Edward Van Sloan as a very studious, proper Dr. Van Helsing is really good too. But as much as I love the damn movie, it puts me to sleep. There's like 3 scenes in here I love. The first 10 minutes, everybody agrees. The first 10 minutes or so, the opening is great, atmospheric and great. Then it bogs down. Then there's a great scene when you have Dracula being confronted as a vampire with the mirror, when Van Helsing exposes him as a vampire in a mirror. That's a great scene. Then I love the scene where at the end they clash for the scene, Van Helsing and Dracula face to face, and he wards him off with a crucifix. And the rest of it's just like every time my eyelids get heavy, but I still watch it anyway. There's good stuff.
There was somebody announced one of the Christopher Lee Dracula movies called Scars of Dracula.
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah, I like that one. I think that's an underrated one. If you were going to try one, I mean, you haven't seen any of them, have you?
No, not any of the Hammer ones. No.
Well, if you ever do, the one everybody loves is what's known in America as Horror of Dracula, the first one. Just called Dracula in the UK. It's Horror of Dracula commonly here. That's considered the best and one of the best vampire films of all time. Me, I like it, but I don't go as crazy as everybody does. But Scars of Dracula came along much later, after they'd already made like 7 of them, or whatever they made. And I think Scars is underrated. And I would say Horror and Scars are the 2 best ways to start, because Scars works very well on its own. All right. That's my opinion anyway. Anyone know Countess Dracula? Well, hello, Ollie. I've been waiting for you. Yes, I do too. Ingrid Pitt.
Yeah. Countess Dracula. I like the Vampire Lovers better, I think. But they're 2 big, vampire films.
They both star Ingrid Pitt, and she's pretty sexy female vampire, to say the least. Countess Dracula is a movie when she's an old lady that becomes young with the blood of virgins or young girls or whatever. Yeah. It's pretty good. It's a Hammer film. The Monsters movie was good. And I didn't like the new one, if that's what you mean. For that matter, I didn't like the 2 regular Monsters movies with the original either. Oh, yeah, Gallery of Horror. That's one of the worst. Yeah, Lon Chaney's in there and John Carradine is in there, yeah. How do you feel about the version with background music? I won't have it, Philip Glass score. I tried it.
I don't like that either. I wish they'd have put a little in the original, though. Not the whole thing, but some music once in a while, I think, would have helped it move along a little bit.
Well, they have a little music in there technically, but that's not when he's at the opera and stuff. But that's not what you mean.
Yeah. But I mean, non-diegetic music that doesn't come from the film itself. It'd be nice
Meanwhile, I think Frankenstein, its companion the same year, works well without any music at all. I think it works for it. I don't think it slows it down at all, personally. Putting their victims to sleep is an old vampire trick. Drink more coffee. I have some Coffin Joe movies here, if I ever watch them.
I've never seen them.
Yeah. I think I've seen that once.
I think that's more psychological than the horror, the Peeping Tom one, and I kind of enjoy it.
But it is scary in a psychological sense. I've seen it, and it's
psychologically scary.
Yeah, and I do like the Mark. He wrote all the films, and I've seen just about all of his films, and including the one he put out last year with Tilda Swinton and Julianne Moore. And I really like that a lot. So yeah.
All right, next classic I'm going to talk about, which I did do a video on, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. I can't wait. I always like to see the look on Tim's face, especially when I do this. You know, I learned doing research on this. They've made now a name for the series of these films. They call it the TCU, the Twisted Childhood Universe. It's like they take stories and they, fairy tales and heroes and children's things and make monsters or killers out of them and horror stories. So that's what they're doing. What I'll say about, Winnie the Pooh 2 is that the first one I didn't like very much. I didn't think I'd like it that much, but this one is a little better, and I emphasize little. They have more money, so they can do better effects. It's a slaughter fest. It's a slasher fest. It's every decade they try to outdo everybody else. It makes Friday the 13th and Elm Street and all that stuff look like, excuse the joke, child's play. Made it look like nothing. The ways they invent methods to kill these people is kids, teenagers, 20-somethings is amazing. Now you have Winnie the Pooh, his friend Tigger, his friend Piglet, and his friend Owl, and they're all played by like men in like costumes or walking around with masks. The masks are better, the effects are a little better. They talk in deep voices. They talk. I can't understand a word they're saying. I wish the copy I watched had subtitles so that I could follow it. I don't know what they're saying. When you see Owl, which I should have put in my review, and I didn't, say things like whatever. Oh yeah, how do you like this, bitch? I can't stand when they do that. Call him the B word all the time to the girl. He's slaughtering her. But anyway, something to do with Christopher Robin, who's now grown up, and they think that he's responsible for the carnage from the first movie, and he's not, and he's got to prove his innocence, and they still got a grudge against him, the animals, for for him, I guess, abandoning them in the forest. So that's the gist of it again. And guess what I heard? Yes, indeed.
There'll be a third one?
A third one next year coming out. So that if
we
just want
the Magic Dragon next.
Oh, that's a bad idea. That's not a bad idea.
And he will be doing a lot of puffing in that one.
Yeah. So I think it was a little better. Doesn't mean a thing. The first one I gave 1.5 stars out of 4, and this one I gave 2 out of 4. So
I think that's I can't remember where I saw it, whether it was on Tubi or YouTube. You can see Popeye the Slayer Man.
I got to see that. Is it on Tubi? I get Tubi.
Yeah, it was either Tubi or YouTube. I can't remember, but check Tubi. Yeah. Oh
yeah, I want to see that. Now you're a Popeye guy. You like the Robin Williams Popeye.
Oh, I love Popeye. I love the black and white Popeye. I used to have those on DVD.
Yeah, I got those.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about the one? Don't be cruel to animals. Aminals. AMINALS. I remember that. And poor Bluto's punching that poor freaking horse in the face. I remember that. Oh, it's horrible. But anyway, it was funny, but horrible. Dark Places? What's Dark Places? Don't know that. By the way, this is Halloween month, so that's why, it's heavy on the horror. I'm going to just try to catch up before I go to the last one I want to talk about, which I want to see if we get a conversation going with this one. I don't know. Tom, I received an autograph today. Just email.
Cool.
Okay. There
well,
you go.
he emailed the production company requesting one, and then so he got one. So that's pretty cool. Very cool.
Yeah, Monster Go Home. That's the 1966 film when they, they were still doing it. Well, after they finished the series and then they made the movie, I believe. Yeah. But anyway, it's in color. I like the fact that you have one. Even though I love the black and white series, I like color for it to see what they look like. And I really don't care for it. I think it's a missed opportunity. However, there is a line I like in there, and it's just because I like the cheesy lines that Yvonne DiCarlo says. It's when poor Marilyn is having a breakup or something with a boyfriend, and her Aunt Lily tries to give her some words of comfort and says, "Oh dear, if you think you have your heart broken now, try getting a stake rammed through it 10 times like I did," or something like that. It's like, she says it so straight, it's like, picture her like Lily, dear old Lily, like back in the old days, was considered like terrorizing. She had scream. I picture it in my head. I did see Scream in the movies. I don't remember. 1996 is so long that I don't remember what I thought of it, but it was okay. And then they did all the sequels. I might have seen Scream too. I didn't see any of this. I don't remember if I saw any of the sequels, but I don't know when I'm ever going to watch those again. I have the Wrong Turn movies I've never seen, but the same guy who used to run me off copies of movies on disc, he's the one that did the Winnie the Pooh one for me months and months and months ago. He has Wrong Turn 1 and 2 for me, so I got to watch that at some point. I also picked up the Dylan film Masked and Anonymous.
All right.
Oh, I like these. This is my wheelhouse today. Most underrated Halloween and Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. Well, let's start with Halloween. If I think anything's underrated, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think they're all. Halloween H2O, which is one of my favorite ones from 1998, 20 years later. That's why it's H20. I really wonder, a lot of times that these days gets pretty criticized. That I think is often the most underrated. As far as Texas Chainsaw Massacre goes, first one is one of the greatest horror movies ever made. Man, I wish I lived at that theater 3 hours away near there. They're showing so many things. They're showing Horror Express in November with Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing, and Telly Savalas on a big screen. They're showing all these, and something else too, I forget. But anyway, Texas Chainsaw, I don't like any of them, really. I hate Texas Chainsaw 2. Oh, I hate that movie. 3, I really only know the first one. I haven't. I heard the remake was actually pretty good at that one,
Yeah. I remember the first time I watched the Texas Chainsaw Man. I mean, people were like, friends of mine are like, "Oh, it's not that scary. It's not that scary." But man, when you're watching it for the first time, you don't know that. It's.
Well, yeah, man. If you get it, so many of these movies, if you get them the right way, the right time, you're focused in right. Sometimes a movie, doesn't necessarily work for you. Then if you do have the chance to see it again, it works. I missed this. I missed that point. How did I do it?
Right.
So anyway, Nev Campbell, yum. First Scream has the iconic scene where Drew Barrymore gets killed. Yeah, I remember that scene. That's the only thing I remember from it. One of these days, I kind of want to try Halloween 3. Well, that's actually underrated. It's actually, I think, a pretty good horror movie for Halloween in its own right. People got tripped up because after they made 1 and 2, they decided to drop Michael Myers. So they made Halloween 3 and he wasn't in it. And people in the day were like, "This sucks. Where's Michael?" But forget it. Back then they were trying to do an annual theme of a different Halloween, every year.
I give them credit for trying that.
Yeah.
You got to try something new. I give them all the credit in the world for trying.
Do the right thing, in my opinion.
Where have I heard that before? I've heard that somewhere before. Yeah, I think Jonathan Frid looks so cool as Barnabas Collins. I just tried that. Every time I try the show, I get so bored. But I really do like that movie, House of Dark Shadows. The first one is very good. It features a lot of stuff compressed from the series in one movie. I don't remember liking Night of Dark Shadows, the second one. I did watch that. What was the actor? Was it Matthew McConaughey? Somebody was in there in an early role that's famous.
The McConaughey and there's an actress too that I'm forgetting her name.
That's like when I get around to watching Leprechaun, and yes, I do have a box set that I bought cheap. Jennifer Aniston is in the first Leprechaun, like, you know. So remake is very good of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, I know who. Yeah, I know the guy you mean is in it. Yeah, I want to. If you can lay off, I just want to go through one more movie. All right, let's see. Here we go. All right, so this is a movie that my nephew recommended. He bought this. He actually purchased it. I don't know how much. It was sealed, you know, sent it to me. And I didn't know the details about its success and stuff till after I watched it. That one being Jordan Peele, the director, Get Out. And supposedly this is his first movie that he directed. Have you seen this, Tom?
No, didn't see it.
You might have. Okay, well, then we can't talk as much as I thought about it. I have a lot to say about this. I'm itching to make a video about it.
Right
now, I don't want to spoil anything, but I didn't realize this was up for Academy Awards for Best Picture. Is that right?
Well, I have to go back and look, but I mean, there's 10 nominations. You know, I mean, now, you know. So
I heard, this is 2017 for what it's worth.
Yeah.
And I wound up enjoying the movie. First, I'd give it 3 out of 4 stars. It was also best director, I think, and screenplay. They would won one thing.
Yeah, screenplay, picture, actor, and director.
Now I can't believe that. I'll tell you what, this movie I'm going to try. I like that girl. What's her name? Allison Williams. I've seen her in like Megan. She's in some other movies. All right. The idea of this, without spoiling it, is, and as it says back here, when Chris, played by, I can't say his name, he's very good in the movie, Daniel Kaluuya, a young African-American man, visits his white girlfriend, Allison Williams' family estate, he becomes ensnared in the more sinister real reason for the invitation. Now, that's one of those kind of movies, all right? So the idea is that at the beginning of the movie, there's a prologue where a black man is walking the streets at night of a real, like, fancy neighborhood, and he's the only one there. It's late at night. A car pulls up and winds up grabbing him, some guy with a helmet, throwing him in the trunk. That sets it up. But anyway, without telling the whole movie, the idea is that, you know, we switch to this other black man who is the lead hero, if you will, and he's in a relationship with the white girl, and he's never met their parents, that whole thing. So she's going to have him go and meet the family, and assures him that they're not racist. You know, they can accept you, that, you know, very liberal and all that kind of thing. And sure enough, they are, you know. But the whole movie is filled with typical, and it's just hard to try to do this because I'm being careful. Typical, like, things that you know, white people might say, you know, wrong or something like that, and all that. All right. Anyway, turns out, something's going on here more than meets the eye. And the one thing I'll say about it is I enjoyed it because I would never guess that the director, Jordan Peele, this is his first movie. Right. I thought this was first thing I noticed before knowing this was that it was well shot. I thought, well shot. It was just a movie that takes place like on the grounds of the house and in the house and around the house. It's not, you know, all in your face action. It's not like that. And I like that, old fashioned. My nephew knows, I guess, that I would like something like that. And the idea is, what do they want from this guy? Because the mother, and who plays the mother? Oh boy, I don't. You know what? It's one of these covers where the words are light. Yeah,
right.
They're not small. They're just light, and I can't read it. Somebody tell us in there. But it turns out that she's a psychiatrist that wants to hypnotize him to get him to stop smoking. But there's other reasons she's going to hypnotize him. And this is a cult, if you will, of white people that are going after black people for one reason or another. That's the idea of it. There's more to it than meets the eye. And I found it very intriguing. I was interested the whole time. I wanted to know what was going to happen. I felt, you know, worried for this guy, the situation he's in and what they're trying to get from him or whatever. And that's
you didn't feel it was that, you didn't feel like it was that dreadful W word?
Well, well, yes, I did. Okay. Very much so. But I liked it in spite of it. And then I found out afterwards, it made me, it was predictable. That's the other thing. It was predictable. I can't always predict movies accurately, but I was predicting everything. I knew what it was about with this one and what the daughter, this and I knew everything what was going on, but still I enjoyed it because the way it was shot, the way it was filmed, the tension, and it was interesting and intriguing to me. So I'm like, yeah, I'm into this. Now, when the ending came, which I'm not going to divulge, the ending, I said, I know exactly what's going to happen here. I said, there's no doubt in my mind how it's going to end. Well, it did not end that way. I was wrong. But then when I watched the alternate ending, that was the one I thought was going to happen. And he didn't use it. I think the alternate ending's a better ending, honestly, but whatever. I can't say any more than that. You don't want to ruin it. It's worth seeing. But then I get excited. So they have interviews. They have the cast and the director, and they're on stage at shows, and they're explaining. And he's saying, the director and the writers and everything saying, back at this time when this was made, it came out in 2017, he felt that the racism issue was still very potent. So he wanted to say something about that. And all I think is that was a little heavy-handed. So that's about all I could say. I mean, who the bad guys are, and the good guys. But then again, that's also what made it, should I say, frightening or uneasy? I don't care who it is, what kind of people are. If you could have movies about people that are after you just because they like to just go after old ladies, or they like to take college grads, or they want to turn somebody into a human centipede. Whatever the reason is, any group that's going after another group for whatever reason, is scary. And I was totally on the side of the hero in this, and but. Well, There's something that was wanted to be said in this.
Yeah. Well, I like it when you see a current movie in the not so good times. I like it when you see a movie that you enjoy.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly though, I couldn't tell you. To me, this is just my feeling. I'm not saying I'm right, but a 2017 movie, I can't tell you that from a 2009 movie or a 2020 movie, or to me, there's a period that all seems to blend into one big, vast pot. I don't know what to call. So that's the best I could do for. But I really was pleasantly surprised. I enjoyed it. I'm going to leave this in my collection. I'm going to add it to my collection.
Oh, good.
And what else gets me? One other thing. When I was finished and I was interested, and I read Wikipedia sometimes. Get some information, and there were a couple of plot things. I'm like, oh yeah, that's why they did that. That's why this character. No, yeah, right. I missed that. And it makes it clearer. That's what I mean. At Tom, when I said earlier, right? I mean, sometimes you get a movie works immediately. Other times you're like, a second viewing, I would have picked up on a lot more subtle things.
Yeah.
Why people were behaving the way they were.
Well, I'll check it out then.
But best picture, best director, that's also another. I think I know what's going on there too.
Films like that are always nominated if they're good. I mean, that's what the Academy looks for, is message films, important message films. That's
right. Okay, I'm going to go up to some more comments. So I mean, it's always it's always good to find a movie that you like, that you never seen before from any year, but I'm especially pleased when it's 21st century movie that I like. And The Fog, I've never seen. How do you like that? I'm talking about the first. I think they remade that too.
Yeah, they did.
I've got that in my pile too. How do you like that?
I've got that one.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot. I'm getting these all mixed up. A lot of Laurel and Hardy's, but there's one coming out, The Features or something. The one that's called The Features, that has 2 features on it, or 3 maybe. Yeah, I like the bad guy in Halloween 3. Yeah. I think he's good. Yeah, RoboCop. I've not seen Hell of the Living Dead. You know, some of them I watch out for because I don't like the ones that get too stupid for their own good. I hate that. Like this, there was nothing stupid about Get Out. Oh, by the way, the title, I hate the title, Get Out. I don't like the title at all. And the director explained, you know, he wanted a movie where people, you know, are always yelling at the screen, "Get out of the house! What are you doing? Yeah. Get out! Leave!" You know, that's the reason they call it. But I think it's a poor title for that movie, personally. Oh, there you go, Renee Zellweger.
Yeah, that's the actress I was thinking of. Yep.
Hello, Uncle Paul.
Hey, Uncle Paul.
What's worth work with Jonathan Frid? I got his autograph, actually. Well, somebody got it for me at a show. I couldn't make that show. They got it for me. Yeah, Hereditary is the other movie. Now, what happened was I had to pick my girlfriend up, and I had a little time, 2 hours or so, to watch the movie. And I looked at the time. The only reason I watched the Get Out first was because it fit the time slot. I was able to
see. Now, in my opinion, I love Hereditary, and I think that's the film that should have been nominated for multiple awards that didn't get anything.
Yeah, I keep forgetting. They also called this, I read somewhere, is in some list of the second or third best movie of 2017. I'm like, come on, man. I mean, this is just a dime store horror movie. It was good. It was a good one. But, man, was there nothing else out in 2017 or something? I don't know. The Addams Family TV series After School. What is that? Oh, watching the TV series After School. Yeah, it's monsters, you know.
Are you from the Buffalo area? You must be from the Buffalo area. That's what BBW was.
I love Amarcord. It's one of my favorite Italian films. It's a brilliant film, Mark. I love it.
There you go. I don't know about that. I mean, I remember liking Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, and also Sidney Poitier. Every time I see him in anything, I really like him. Really.
Well, I think it's now I can't think of his name. Hepburn's Lifelong Love.
Spencer Tracy.
Spencer Tracy. I think that might be his best performance on film. That speech he makes at the end is just so out of the blue and so unexpected. It chokes me up every time I hear it. I think
what a year!
He's just 67? And he died. He died right after that.
Yeah, what a year for Sidney Poitier too, with that and In the Heat of the Night and the teacher one.
To Sir with Love.
To Sir with Love. I mean, 3 classics.
Oh, see, that's another one. I would just watch that, and I was meant to do a video. I did not do a video, and I can't remember it as fresh as I did then. See, so here we go. Get Out checks boxes. Quote, catering. It is a good, well-written film, though not Oscar-worthy. I'd agree with that. I agree with you. I saw Get Out and liked it. It is a good suspense film. I would recommend it, Tom, if you want to try something too.
All right.
If you have any interest in it at all, I don't know. Maybe it's not your cup of tea.
I'll just put it on my Amazon wish list for now.
It's one of those films where you want to shout at the screen, "Hey, get out of there now!" Man, it's the idea. Apparently,
it's only 8:34. It's only 8:34 on Amazon right now. So.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Good price.
Maybe that's why my nephew got it for me. I'm glad that he thought of me. He usually picks pretty good things he'll think I like, both music and movies. You know, Jonathan Frid autographed the Dark Shadows comic book for me. Oh, that's great. That's great.
Nice.
There's a cover. I think it's issue number 53, I want to say, of Famous Monsters of Filmland with Jonathan Frid on it. And also 59.
Yeah.
59, I know is.
So he ruined the comic for you then, huh?
If I had a chance to meet him, I probably would have had him sign Famous Monsters, a cover number 59. It has his picture of the vampire, but it's against a nice light orange background. It's like perfect for a dark signature. One of my favorite films I've seen in the cinema this year has been Final Destination, Bloodline. And don't worry, Tim, I got you in the back of my mind about doing your movie this time. I forgot.
Yeah, Bloodline did that movie did very well this year.
Now the Hostel movies, I have to say, guilty pleasures. I guess I like the Hostel movies because I think the premise is just so damn sick. What does that mean? Well, you're sick? No. Well, if I want to be revolted and horrified and think, man, my God, a horror movie is like you want to be a situation where you'd be terrified. That's it. Imagine the idea that there's a club on the internet that tortures people and dependent. You have to bid on who gets to do it to who. It's look, I'm not doing it. That's why I'm horrified by it. I don't love it. I am horrified by it. And the idea that every movie is slightly different, the way they do this. And it's more the workings of it. You know what I mean? More the idea of how this club operates and how your ordinary guys playing golf one day, beep, beep, they get a beep on their phone and they just look, oh, okay, I'm up, my bid, the bid went up. I got to bid again, whatever. And then what's your vacation. You go to wherever it was in the movies, Slovakia or someplace where they have the means. No, I have not seen it.
Yeah, that's Edward Norton. Sorry, Ed Norton.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Norton.
No, yeah.
First, Hostel is stressful. Mankind hides some sick, dark secrets. Well, that's anything like this. Even this movie, again, going back to Get Out. I like movies like that where, and Texas Chainsaw is the same way. It could be ordinary people that are off their rockers, and the things that if you stumble on them, what they could do. That's the kind of things that I think is scary these days. As much as I love the old monster movies, it's not so much a vampire or making a man-made Frankenstein monster. It's more like the idea, man, I got lost in the wrong house or went to the wrong show or went out with the wrong girl or whatever. That stuff is really scary to me. There's one coming out of the first two Laurel and Hardy features. See, all this stuff is all upgrades to Blu-ray, and that's going to be a lot of work for me. I don't know. There were only two on that set, and to make you buy another 10. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. Got to stretch that shit out.
I could see Jamie Lee Curtis at this point being in Murder, She Wrote. I could see that.
But they're just doing one right now. They're doing one right now with the actress with Kathy Bates.
Oh, really? It's
No. My bad. It's Matlock. I'm sorry. I was thinking. Matlock. Never mind. Yeah. Never mind.
Female Matlock.
My bad. Yes.
Now, is this supposed to be like a television series they're trying to do?
Well, again, they're remaking everything, so.
Yeah. I thought they already killed every person living in Cabot Cove, so I didn't think there was anybody left. That's why the show ended. The last one got murdered, so then they all left. Well, she left. She was the last one.
This is Hereditary. I got to see that. I told my nephew that I'll get them both watched this month. We've got one down.
I think you like Hereditary more than you like Get Out. To be honest with you, I think there's more stuff in I think that's more of a true horror story that you'll probably like. I mean, and psychologically too. But it's scary as well.
Well, Tracy and Hepburn, the desk set. I've heard of that.
Did they do what? Eight? What's what? Like
yeah, they did a lot of movies. They did a lot of movies together, but I think the most poignant one is the last one they did together.
But I remember an early one, Adam's Rib, back when I was watching all kinds of movies, and I enjoyed that one. I remember back in the day.
Well, Woman of the Year, I think, if I remember correctly, that's the name of it. I really like it. Yeah,
I get them confused. Some of them are very similar.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen that one, Henry. I haven't seen it. Sorry. Can't see everything.
Now, I've heard of The Witch. Who does that movie?
Now, that's Robert Eggers. Okay.
Right.
And I think The Witch is, again, another one that's not scary, but more psychologically scary than anything else. And it's fantastic. And then his next movie, the Midsummer, is really good as well.
No idea.
Yeah, I like both of those movies.
Calm down, Ollie. You got a lot to say lately. No, but we'll get to that. Like I just said, I sometimes you do videos and you think this is going to go great. This is going to get so many comments and laughs and views. Nobody cared about that thing. I made this short and I practiced it. Leave them drums alone. Oh, surely I can just have a little touch. You so much as breathe heavy on them, but I'm not on strike. I did like the whole dialogue. I practiced it over and over. Two people commented. Just like nobody's watching my horror. Everybody, do horror movie reviews. Oh, it's October. I do Ben. I get like 60 views. I do Terminator Genesis, which is a newer movie, 10 years old. I get 61 views. Now I do Winnie the Pooh. Let's go to 2024. Hey, I get 40 views. I don't know. What can I tell you? Somebody said once that, people don't watch reviews. They watch talking about physical media, buying things.
Yeah, they want you to hold up stuff, and they want to see what you got. That's all they want. Channels I watch are all having the same problem.
Yeah. But I'm going to still do it among those other things. I have not seen The Embalmer. Did I say that?
No, yeah. Thank you, Henry, for straightening out. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. It's just I talk too fast.
No, I just was thanking Henry for straightening that out. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, it's a short. It's a video short. All right, let's go over to Tim now. Tim, tell us what you've been watching lately or this past week, huh?
Well, the first movie I saw, I showed last week. So I bought it last week and I watched it. And I commented that I can't picture these two people as a couple. Marlene Dietrich and Jimmy Stewart, No Highway in the Sky. This was pretty good. It's not amazing, but it's a film worth seeing. It takes place in England. It's an English produced film. And Jimmy Stewart's a boffin, he's a scientist. And he's trying to prove that this new airplane that they're using, after 14,000 miles, the tail's going to fall off. And nobody believes him. They all think he's nuts. And he gets one final chance to go prove it, because one of them is crashed. And he thinks that that's what happened. And they dispute it. So he gets on a plane. And of course, it turns out to be one of those planes that's got about 14,000 miles on it. So he's panicking and he's trying to tell the pilot to turn back and blah, blah, blah. And Marlene Dietrich is on the plane and she's basically playing herself. She's a famous actress. And Jimmy Stewart is such a nice guy, like he always is. He goes and introduces himself to her and tells her what's going on. To tell her the safest place. No, to tell her the safest place the only one she's telling. He's telling the safest place to go in the plane where she has a chance of survival should it crash. And that's why he does it, because he's a big fan of hers, and his wife has died and she was her favorite actress. So he feels he owes her something.
Is it the bathroom? Is it the bathroom?
It's next to the bathroom. It's next to the bathroom, but yeah. But so anyway, but she humors him, but she doesn't believe him or anything like this. And so after that, he freaks out and nothing happens, and the plane lands, and they basically arrest him and take him to a room where a stewardess has to watch him, who actually kind of believes him too and kind of likes him. And Marlene Dietrich starts to believe him too after he leaves. She's like, why would he do this if, and so they let him go. They're like, okay, he can't fly on our airline anymore. He's banned, but he can go. And so he goes out onto the runway, runs into the plane and crashes the landing gear and ruins the plane so they can't take off again. Because he knows, right? So now he's in danger of losing his job and everything. And now Marlene Dietrich actually really believes him. So she actually goes home, goes to his house and meets his daughter when he's not there, and she wants to know about him. And make a long story short, he winds up falling in love with the stewardess. And Marlene Dietrich likes him too, but she loses to the stewardess, but she's kind of okay with that. And in the end, of course, they're about to cart him off. They're about to arrest him for ruining the plane and
I don't have to watch
it. And then they come to get him in his little room where he's had this plane shaking for weeks. And as they're about to arrest him, the tail falls off the plane and crashes. Of course it does. And so he was right, and he's exonerated, and you know, but it's a decent movie. I liked it. I enjoyed it. You know, it's what it is. You know, it's a movie of its time. It's what it is, and it was good.
He didn't like do a 24-hour speech in front of the cops before they arrested him.
No. He cooperated fully. He understood. That's what I liked about his character. He didn't ever fight them. He didn't, you know, he just wanted at first, when you first meet him, he's a scientist. So people are just statistics. Okay. Yeah. So he understands that, you know, before his tests are done, a few more planes will probably crash. And these people are just statistics. The important thing is that the majority of the people will be saved when his work is done. It isn't till he's on a plane and actually sees the people and meets them that he turns around and goes, okay, these are actually people, and maybe I should do something about this. And that's why he's so fanatical about it, because he never gave a crap before. And suddenly he's
Jimmy Stewart is like one of the most trustworthy people or actor. I mean, you can never see, you know, even though he has done a few like villainous type roles.
The same thing all the time.
You don't believe it. You don't believe it though. You know,
nice guy.
But yeah, like if it was him instead of Henry Fonda in 12 Angry Men, you know, it was like you could have people convinced in the first speech. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, a few people do believe him, and he does have the credentials to back it up. But, you know, the pilot doesn't have the authority to just turn around, for one thing. And, you know, it's not that they don't believe him, but he gets so antsy about it that then they start worrying. Anyway, next movie.
Hold on 1 second. Go ahead. No, Henry, the reason why he made the video was for you to watch it.
Well, that was good. I didn't want to bring that up now, but I'll bring it up. Yeah, I made a video because I wanted you to watch the damn thing. And it's only like 4 minutes or 5, 6 minutes. I don't know what it is, 7 minutes. I actually surprisingly liked Terminator Genesis, and I think it's the third best of all these films. So I like 1, 2, and then I like Genesis. Then I like 3, or maybe 1, 2, 3 Genesis. But
all right, sorry, Tim, go ahead.
No, that's okay. So then, going back to the slightly racism theme that we had before. You guys pressured me, so I watched Blazing Saddles. There's not a whole lot I can talk about it on here.
Yeah.
But it was funnier than I thought, and it's probably become my second favorite Mel Brooks.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's great. I'm glad you liked it.
It was way better than I thought it would be. You know, and I listened to the commentary. I listened to the commentary at the end, you know, and it was back when they used to have commentaries. And,
they still do, believe it or not, Tim. There's not as much.
Well, from what I hear about from other movie channels, the companies don't want directors to do commentaries anymore. They don't want people to know how films are made. They don't want that's why you get all of the minor companies doing commentaries with experts rather than direct. They don't want their people talking about the films. They just want the little 2-minute squibs that they put on, and that's enough. And that's all they want.
Headley.
So it's the majors. Anyway, so I watched that and I really liked it, and I don't want to say too much about it, but I was surprised at a couple of people that were in there that I didn't know were in it. But
I mean a real song.
Yeah. Yeah, it's.
I like the part when he goes. I like when he goes grab the chess piece like Gene Wilder. He goes grab the chess piece and he goes, "Are you looking for this?"
Yeah.
Of course, the best scene.
And
oh yeah.
Yeah, which they showed. There's on here the special features, and they showed the television version, which they cut out the noise, which is just ridiculous because you don't know what's going on. It's just stupid.
Yeah,
but weirdly, I didn't recognize Gene Wilder hanging upside down. It wasn't till he was upside right that I recognized him.
Does that DVD have the television pilot with Louis Gossett Jr.?
No, yeah, it did, and that wasn't funny at all.
No, it was terrible. It was terrible.
No, I thought that was terrible. Yes, it is on here. Tons of special features, missing scenes, commentary. Yeah. I watched it all. I always watch it all. So good movie. I'm glad I watched it finally. And then I was looking for something to watch, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know I had this. I found a large Paul Newman box. So let me put them in the order that I watched them here. So the first one I pulled out was a movie I'd never heard of before, The Macintosh Man.
Yeah, I had that box set that you're going to show. I watched all those movies,
Yeah, and this is interesting. I didn't think it was great. I was confused at first. It's very confusing. I forgot who directed it now, but it's a guy that makes confusing. Oh, John Huston. It's a guy that makes confusing films, and this one I found very confusing for a while. I got it in the end. Yeah. You don't know if Paul Newman's a good guy or a bad guy. You don't know who's who, and but it was good. I didn't love it, but it's a good film. I recommend it.
I hated. When I got that box set, I was like, oh, cool, this box set's coming out because I love Paul Newman, and all those movies weren't out yet. But then you got the box set, and then you saw how thin those pieces were.
Well, I don't mind when you're the box set.
Yeah, but I wanted to put them in with the rest of the movies, and I didn't.
Well, I keep it in the box, and
I like those thin pieces.
This one didn't have a commentary, but the next two do. Maybe it did have a commentary. I can't remember. A lot of them have commentaries. I watched The Young Philadelphians.
Yeah, that one I like a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. But again, I always picture Paul Newman as this nice guy in movies, and he's not a nice guy in any of the movies that I've watched so far. You want to like him. I mean, he's amazing. It's hard to make a film about a main character that you don't like, because why watch the film if you don't like the guy you're watching? But, and again, this is about moving up in society, but I blame his girlfriend because she's the one that wanted him to turn and his mother. They're the ones that pushed him to be like this. He didn't want to be like this. He was happy.
He is a bit of an ass in a lot of movies, and
he's a real big ass in this movie.
Yeah.
But good movie again, black and white commentary. Watched the commentary, enjoyed it. Yeah. Good movie. And I haven't listened to the commentary yet, but I just watched the film today. The Left-Handed Gun, which is a very odd film. I recommend it, but it's a very odd film because it's about Billy the Kid, but it's not about any of his bank robbing or any of that kind of stuff. It's a revenge film, really, and he's not wrong for wanting to do the revenge, but he's not really a very likable guy either, and it's a very odd portrayal of Billy the Kid in a very odd film.
Yeah. Wasn't somebody up there likes me in that set too?
I probably I didn't even look at what else is in the set. I just literally grabbed them the order they're in the box from the back, one at a time. Okay, this is what I'm watching now, and So that's what I've watched this week. So I've got like 4 or 5 more Paul Newman movies to watch in that box. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Hey, Henry's got a comment about 12 Angry Men. What do you know? Yeah.
I didn't say that nobody cared. I just said it would have, what's his name would have been a little bit more or less convincing than Henry Fonda, Jimmy Stewart. I would have, like, if I was in the courtroom with Jimmy Stewart right away, I would have believed that the guy was innocent, after his first speech. I'm just saying,
But you wouldn't have a film then, so,
right,
you don't want him.
Well, not that this really matters with that point, but I think Henry Fonda, wasn't he responsible for that movie being made?
Yeah,
or something
right.
He had something to do with it, that he wanted it or something. Now this is interesting because I saw this movie and did not like it a long time ago, and I like 30s and 40s horror movies, and this is a Dead of Night is a what do they call it? I want to say anthology. Is that what they're called? Different story films when you have different chapters.
Yeah.
And I remember being disappointed. And again, that's one that I have notes written down. One day, if I remember it, maybe I'll talk about it. There should be a site where you watch a classic movie with Tim Allen in real time. Take my money, please.
I don't know about that.
You got to remember that these are farmers, the common people of the land. Morons.
Yeah. That's a Blazing Saddle. That's one of the better lines.
Yeah, I mean, it was 4 different stories with 4 different directors, Joe.
Yeah.
Sometimes those movies work, sometimes they don't.
Yeah, back to with Blazing Saddles. I like the final scene where the fight spills out into the other studios.
Yeah, but I like it, but it just gets so it kind of gets so silly at the end. I mean, it's fine. I'm not saying it shouldn't, but it just does. To the point where the 2 heroes go riding off into the sunset till they get to the limo, then they get off the horse and get in the limo and drive away. I mean, okay.
Absence of malice.
Unfortunately, I haven't seen that one yet, so I need to get on it.
I saw it when it came out, but you're talking, 45 years ago, so I don't remember it really.
Blazing Saddles, laugh how TV changed the farts to burps.
The version that they showed in here, there was no noise whatsoever.
Yeah, Road to Perdition is great. I love Road to Perdition. That's more of a Tom Hanks movie, though.
Yeah.
Yep, of course, Slapshot. Well, at least they did 2. At least they did 2.
I love those 2, and I think they're both excellent. At least they're both great. Anyway, if they only did 2. Hello, Retrovision. Yeah, the black and white one. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Talk about the black and white British one.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that. I said one of my favorite films is called Tales of Manhattan. It's from the early 40s, I think, and it's an anthology film. And I love it. It's great. Anthology films can be great, but they can also not be great like any other film.
There's a lot of them I like. I gotta go up because there were some comments I missed if people are still here. There was one about Bava and Fulci. I didn't put this one here. Mario Bava, I've sseen more of his movies than Fulci, and I like some of Bava's movies. Yeah, I like his style, but Fulci, I haven't seen a lot, but I'm sure I got a bunch back in my box. Well, that's all we got tonight. Still, we're at the end of the line. Nice hour show. Let's see what we got, folks, to talk about there. Anything anybody got to talk about? Tom, seen any more TV series or anything?
No.
You're watching Archie, All in the Family, weren't you?
Yeah. I was watching the first season of Archie. I'll get back to that this week at some point. But
yeah, one of my favorite of all in the Families is the last one in the first season, called The First and Last Supper. when they're going to have. I think it's the first time the Jeffersons are going to have dinner with the Bunkers. I just picked up. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I just keep going. I keep thinking I'm doing my own show. Over.
No, all I said was I'm sure. No.
Say it again. Say it again. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Go ahead.
No, all I said was I'm sure that went well. The Bunkers and the Jeffersons having dinner together. That's all I said. I'm sure it went well.
You didn't see it?
I probably saw it in 1970 when it came out, but I haven't seen it. I don't really remember. I was probably 8.
Oh, by the way, it depends on where you're watching. That's another thing. What are you watching? How are you watching these, Tom?
I think they're from the DVDs.
Oh, okay. Because they cut out. Well, on MeTV, they're not cutting that too much. They're playing it the right way.
I mean, what episode and what season is it that he says the N-word?
Well, he doesn't ever says it. It's George Jefferson says it. Yeah.
Okay. What season's that?
Well, I don't know the exact season, but it's later on, and it's Lionel's engagement party, but I forget the name of it.
Okay. Well, I'll be on the lookout for it.
The name of it. It's a really good one. Let's see. Yeah, Towering Inferno. Yeah. I still don't know why I didn't like that one. I mean, I like most of those kinds of disaster movies, but when I first gave it a chance, I didn't love it.
Yeah, and I like McQueen in that one too. I gotta be excused for a few minutes, guys.
I wonder why. Seriously,
the Towering Inferno has an air of a TV movie about it for some reason. Maybe it's just all of the people in it that are regularly in TV movies. I don't know, but there's something TV movie about that film.
Yeah. So I heard today that apparently only 33 episodes of Tonight Show with Johnny Carson exist. How is that possible? There's tons of them. They show them on TV.
Older ones, but maybe the first season or two or something like that.
I mean,
but
maybe like 1960.
All the ones now exist.
Hundreds of them.
Yeah, thousands of them.
I like how O.J. Simpson disappears for like an hour, and then at the very end, he shows up and rescues a cat. They just show the elevator episode of All in the Family. CBS pulled Family for a month after that episode aired. I never heard of that. Fred Astaire was in the Towering Inferno?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. He was.
So what can we talk about during this dead time?
I don't know. I'm just trying. There was somebody, I can't think of who. There was one famous actor that apparently didn't want to be in it, because he was like one of the first ones killed. I forget who it was. Yeah. But I was like, he's dead already? He was like the first one to die. It's like ridiculous.
I remember in Charlton Heston's diaries that he published when he did Airport 75. He said this is I think it was either that one or Earthquake. I'm getting them mixed up. Might be Earthquake. He said this is I think Earthquake, maybe. This is another one that's being done mainly for the money. He said, because he doesn't usually do that, but he said, he had to, he said you got to keep up with what's trending, So he called them the Jeopardy pictures, people in jeopardy.
Yeah, that was a big. Yeah. Well, there was tons of those back then.
Robert Wagner was in it as well.
Yeah, he might be who I'm thinking of. He died pretty early, but I'm thinking somebody. I'm thinking he wasn't the first one to die, but I don't remember who it was. But he died pretty early. When
did the Tonight Show begin?
Well, it began in the 50s. Carson started hosting it in the early 60s sometime.
That I can see. That there wasn't, and one of the ones that doesn't exist was Lon Chaney Jr. on the Tonight Show, which, God, man, I'd like to see that, but,
Yeah, Carson took it over sometime in the early 60s. It's a little like what happened with Jay Leno. Jack Parr left, and then he wanted to come back, and he came back for a little while, and then he left, and Johnny Carson took over. It was a little like, the more recent Tonight Show.
Yes, Martin. I watched all the Thin Man movies. Yes, I did, as a matter of fact. I had a marathon all in one day, and I watched them all, and I'm going to save them. I figured I'm going to wait 5 years before I talk about them. How's that? Why would I watch the Thin Man movies? Why? I mean, there's so many other movies.
Because they're great.
Yeah, they're all great. Actually,
it's Halloween month, guys. Anyway.
Warner Archives just announced the movie they made before the Thin Man series that introduced those two actors together for the first time, and that was kind of like the movie, the WS. I forgot the director's last name, but anyways, he saw the chemistry
W.D. Griffith.
No, he saw the chemistry between the two, Myrna Loy and damn it, what was his name again? Not Frederick March.
William Powell.
William Powell.
William Powell. Yes.
And then he saw the chemistry between them, and then started the Thin Man movies. So.
Well, I mean, I think Myrna Loy is just one of the most attractive actresses that's ever lived.
Absolutely.
He could do anything. And, she's reason enough to watch the Thin Man movies.
No. I'll take. Say, I'm just trying to think off the top of my head of early. I'm talking about. I'll take Lauren Bacall over Myrna Loy.
No,
I wouldn't either.
No.
Myrna Loy was gorgeous.
Man, face is not right.
And cool. Besides, the kind of woman that I'd like to hang out with. You could picture her walking into a bar, and there she is. Not as a bar food or anything. She's just hanging out with the fellas. Yeah. She's that kind of, which is very attractive, I find.
Yeah, this is a good point too. It's true. Lennon, John, and Paul appeared in 1968 on the Tonight Show, but Johnny Carson was not there that night. So Joe Garagiola took over, and it doesn't exist anymore. But luckily, somebody recorded it. At least one person filmed it with a 8mm.
No, it still exists, not in very good quality, but people did record it. Same way that some Doctor Who still exists that have been destroyed.
Where did you heard it existed? Still the Lennon and McCartney thing?
Yeah. No, there were ways to record things even back then.
Well, that's what Joe said. It only exists.
I'm saying somebody recorded it on an 8mm home camera over the screen. I thought.
Yeah, well, no, I think there's other copies than that too.
But where are they, Tim? After all these decades, they're everywhere. All Beatles stuff around. No collector has it.
But
just look in your attic.
But not very good quality.
Just give me some truth.
Paul wrote that song, didn't he?
What a lot of baloney that is. I know they worked on it together with some words in the studio, but when he fleshed it out, it was his. Later, the Louis Jourdan BBC TV Count Dracula. It's good. It's pretty faithful. A lot of people think it's the most faithful version of the story. Me, I don't know. It's so frustrating because I don't think anybody's ever done the right one. And it is not Francis Ford Coppola's version. Unless you want to watch a Harlequin romance love story with a lovable Dracula. Oh, please. I mean, I haven't seen enough, but
hey, listen, she is one of my favorite actresses of all time, but I still take Myrna Loy over Barbara Stanwyck.
Yeah, I'll take Myrna Loy over Barbara.
Myrna Loy over her too. And what's the one I can never think of that was in all the Frank Capra movies with Jimmy Stewart?
Oh, oh shit! And you're right, she's hot too.
She's just cute. It's not that she's so hot. She's cute.
Who's that?
I think she's hot.
What's in the woman in Mr. Smith Goes to Washington?
She's in Shane as well.
Yeah, she has that kind of squeaky voice.
Who's the one I just sort of look? You guys don't agree with me on anything. Who's the woman I just sort of looked pretty good on? She was in, is it Son of Paleface or one of those Bob Hope movies?
Jean Arthur, Tim.
Yeah, Jean Arthur is who I'm thinking of.
Okay,
Yes.
Jean Arthur.
Yeah. Yes.
Who's the one? Who's the one I was mentioning?
I don't know.
Nobody pays attention to me. It was in the Bob Hope. Look it up. Son of Paleface or Paleface or something with Bob Hope. Who's this woman? I know her name and I can't think of it. Jane Russell. Nobody says anything about Jane Russell. Next thing you're going to tell me, Kim Novak's not hot.
I never liked Kim Novak all that much either.
Jeez. Jane Russell was a butterface.
That's what I find about Myrna Loy. I don't think her face is that great.
It's funny. One of the appeals to the movie, No Highway in the Sky, that I watched this week was the actress that played the stewardess that kind of falls for Jimmy Stewart's character is sort of a British Jean Arthur. That's what she reminded me of. I mean, this is a very Jean Arthur type. So, I saw romance starting there. As soon as I saw those two, I'm like, yeah, this is going to be a romance between those two. Yeah.
Who's the one from the Road Pictures that I like?
I'm trying to think of her name. She's okay. I never was.
Do we agree on anything, Tim? Do we agree on anything except Back to the Egg is a good album? I don't know if we agree on anything else.
Don't say that.
If we all like the same women, Joe, if all men like the same women, there'd be like 99 billion women walking around alone. We don't all like the same women, and that's a good
I like
thing.
just about all women. That's why I need that line. That's another thing I got to put up there. I don't know how to do it. I got to put it on. That's another line. Dorothy Lamour. That's right.
Yes, Dorothy Lamour.
Looking. I'm going to put on the line that Larry of the Three Stooges says, "You're my type, baby, a woman." I'm going to put that would be great to use every now and then. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Next thing you're going to tell me, Margot Kid is really good.
No.
Really.
No.
Or that one from Indiana Jones. Come on. Yeah. They had that on too. Harrison Ford's another one. Him and Clint Eastwood. I don't get it.
Oh no, Raiders of the Lost Ark is perfect film.
It's a good movie. I just don't think he's a great actor. That's all. He's no Charlton Heston. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
I think he's a actor.
Well, I gotta see. Well, I keep thinking of her on the Big Valley. I don't know, some old lady with a pointy nose. I gotta see what she looks like. I mean, I've seen some early photos of her.
Yeah, Barbara is a little too thin for me.
I mean, I like a little meat on the bones.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to say these things today? I don't know.
Well, I just picture Stanwyck in that blonde wig and yeah. That was horrible.
Yeah, this live stream's going into a toilet. Together. Man. Maybe just do a 73-minute show. I don't know, man. This is pretty good, but I mean, come on. What are you having after this, Tom? Ice cream or anything?
No, you saw that picture I sent you a couple.
Yeah, but that was a sandwich like that, right?
Yeah. The giant from Jersey Mike's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still kind of full from that.
Emma Stone.
Yeah, again, to just no meat on the bone whatsoever.
I'm not even sure I know who that is.
No meat on the bone. It's like.
Yeah.
All right, Eric. Thank you.
See ya, buddy.
Emma Stone. Is she the one from?
She won Best Actress last year for. No, you're thinking. No, it's not Harry Potter. No.
Well, I was going to say when she got older. That is.
No.
I know Emma Stone. Come on, of course I know Emma Stone.
Was Emma Stone the one? I forget what it's called now. in that
La La
musical
Land?
that everybody
La
loved
La
a few
Land.
years ago?
La
Yeah,
La
was that
Land.
Emma Stone? Okay, now I know
Yes.
who Emma Stone is at least. Yeah, La La Land.
I know her. I know her. Emma Stone. There she goes.
She's okay.
She's got like a weird mouth thing going. Oh, yeah, she's a little weird looking. No, I mean, good weird, not bad weird. But, yeah, we all got different tastes.
Right.
Exactly.
I like
That's
all of
what
them.
makes the world go round.
Not all.
Thank goodness.
We didn't hear much from Grade 51 here. I know he was here. Come on, man.
Yeah.
No, I did not watch. Yeah, actually, when I first got it, I put an episode on. Probably fell asleep. I mean, I got a TV series from Karloff called The Veil that I got in the 1990s. I haven't watched it yet. You know, what do you want me to tell you? There's way too much stuff here. I see Emma Stone all the time here at San Diego Padres baseball games, alas, with her husband.
Oh.
Well, it's nice that somebody goes to the game because nobody does anymore, so that's nice.
Sure. Wasn't Rita Hayworth thought of as one of the most beautiful back in her 40s? Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's you know.
Wasn't she once Mrs. Orson Welles?
Yes. Yes, and a lot of directors were mad at him. What was the film he made where he cut her hair really short and dyed it blonde? And all the
lady from Shanghai.
Whoever had her next was really upset with him. Because he changed her.
The lady from Shanghai.
Yeah, the lady from Shanghai. Yeah.
Sure. Colonel Mark. So many things to watch. It's incredible. Yeah, I dove right into Seinfeld though when I got it. But now this is Halloween month. That's what it's supposed to be for. That's all we should be talking about here for the next few weeks.
I forgot it was Halloween month. So next week I'm going to be all Paul Newman again. But after that,
come on, Paul Newman. Not on Halloween month.
I finish things. I finish what I start.
I'll give it. Boy, Henry, we need Henry comments. Let's go, Henry. We need more comments.
But not the same usual ones, though.
Yeah, no, James. I like Paula Goddard too. Well, I like her, but who's? No, I can't think of actresses' names anymore. The one that did at least one or two Capra films. The little brunette. I like her better than Paula Goddard.
By the way, Mark, we cannot agree on that.
Skinny, a toothpick again.
Too I don't know, classy looking instead of like sexy looking. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You're damn right, man. I started Night Gallery. Oh, it's about time. Claudette Colbert, of course, from
Claudette Colbert. I'll take her over Paul.
It happened one night.
Not by a huge margin, but yeah, Claudette Colbert was really cute.
I started Night Gallery. I watched it. I was doing a good role there for a little bit, I think, and then I petered out. But yeah, I should get that going because it is Halloween. That's a good point.
I saw the whole series at Walmart on DVD for $20, and I passed on it. I decided I'm just not that into it. But that's a good price for that, actually.
Yeah.
Really
I was going to joke and say, what was it, about $19 over your price?
Well, I have one or two seasons already anyway, so it's not. I don't need the whole thing anyway. But yeah.
I'm thinking of blocking you, my friend, for this question. Not literally. I'm just. But he asks us all the time, visit the Hades, Lost in Space. I can't stand when Judy starts crying. I want to go home. Oh, I hate that part. Oh. Boy, I used to like this episode when I was a kid. Now I couldn't stand it when I watched it this last time. A visit to Hades.
And the rest of the family is so content to be lost in space. It's only Judy that wants to go.
Remember when you couldn't call? When you couldn't call. First of all, wait a minute. Hold on, everything. Do you know what you're talking about? Just give me some truth, Tim. This episode here. Do you know what goes on in this episode? She's not on the screen. The ship screaming, "I want to go home." She's in hell called Hades with the guy.
Oh,
she wants to go home, meaning back on the ship.
Okay. See, I don't even remember. I don't remember. I thought. I enjoyed Lost in Space so little when I watched it after the first season that I don't remember any of the other episodes.
I hear you.
I thought it was silly, and I don't remember. Besides the giant carrot, I remember almost nothing.
You want to? I was gonna wait to tell you this, Joe, but I don't want to forget. But if you go to Paul McCartney's website and you look at the video he's made for his new merch. There's an Asian woman and a guy who looks like John Lennon advertising his new shirts that he's got on his website.
What is that all about?
I don't know, but it's just very John and Yoko.
Oh, I'll go along with this one. Yep, no problem.
Oh, yeah. Well, even before that with Great Balls of Fire.
Oh, yeah. Night Galleries, 10 DVDs. Yeah, well, the ones I watched, none of them nearly knocked me for a loop. One of them, I think one or two of them I liked that. I liked the 10 I watched. But
yeah, I don't like the format.
Yeah. Oh, that sucked. Oh, with Zeno, get out of here. Tolly, I got to disagree with you again. That's one of the least, in my opinion. See now, thank you. Finally, somebody realizes a sexy woman when they see one. That long hair, they didn't have long hair like that.
I'm just saying she's not my type. I'm not saying she's not an attractive woman.
Maybe Veronica Lake had a long hair.
Veronica Lake, I liked. I just didn't like. I'm not a big fan of smokers.
I'm not that big on.
Oh, I don't like that either. Forget about it then. What do I get that got to do with it? I like her in between the cigarettes. Well, folks, come on, get your last remarks in, I guess, because
all we got time for is 40
more questions. Man. We got time for just 30, 40 more questions. I watch Get Out.
Wow. Mark it on the calendar. Joe Cena, recent movie.
Yeah, recent. Also, not indicative of it's a word I'm looking for, indicative of the old movie. Wow. Common words, I mean, you can't think of them when you want them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, believe me, I know.
What's the word? It's from it's something of old films we've had. Help me, folks, please. Tomorrow, I'll remember this when I shut the computer off.
Genre?
Oh, derivative.
Oh, derivative.
Oh.
And you know what made me think of that? McCartney, when he said about Oasis, I think they're slightly derivative. So, it's derivative of all the movies. I mean, it's not the first movie where somebody goes to a house and they keep and they got things going. I mean, this stuff is just redone over and over and over. Ollie, I got to tell you, it took me a while to come up with that, Ollie. Thanks. You know what I think it is? All that sugar that I was eating and drinking again. That's what I think.
Was or still is?
It still is. It hasn't been my decision yet to veer off.
Yeah, you do it when you're ready.
When I'm ready.
That's right.
Oh, well, come on. There's a lot of these. I don't even know where to begin. Barbara Bach, Jane Seymour. Trying to think of them all. Martine Beswick. Wow. Oh, I like the one Sophie Marceau from the Pierce Brosnan one. One of the Pierce. Oh, who's the other one I like? Famke Janssen or whatever. Oh, there's a lot of them. I hear these guys mentioning anyway. Tons of hot blonde girls.
I like the two karate chicks. That's all I got.
I'm forgetting her name, but I know you don't like the movie, but I like the one from. She was also in the Avengers.
I know who you mean. I can't think of it.
Yeah.
Wow, the other name I know like the back of my hand. What?
Yeah.
Honor Blackman?
No, the other one.
No. She was in the one. She was in the movie that Joe doesn't like.
The one that everybody knows.
Right.
Come on, Diana Rigg.
Diana Rigg.
Oh, Diana Rigg. Okay.
Yeah. On her Majesty's Secret Service.
Yeah, that overrated Bond film. Yeah. Kelly Savalas is Blofeld. Oh yeah, I vote for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't, you know.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
2 years. You got two. You got 2 yeses, right? Right, Tom.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'm an excellent driver. Yeah.
For her face.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What a pair. As somebody said earlier in the show. Nicole Kidman, she was pretty, but again,
How can
I
forget her?
Halle Berry. Halle Berry. If you count her, then yeah.
Oh yeah, I like Halle Berry. I think at least one time she had long hair in, whether it was a wig or real, I don't know, but it was in Gothica, maybe.
Oh, you're thinking Uma Thurman? Are you thinking Uma Thurman?
No, I'm thinking of Halle Berry with the long hair, or I know Halle Berry. Come on, man. She had it in Gothica. Is that the name of the movie?
No, Gothica was the sci-fi movie with Uma Thurman.
I think you're wrong. I think it's a similar title. Let's look it up. Let's see what I'm thinking of. You look it up. You can find it faster than I can all the time.
Swordfish?
I happen to be a big I agree 100%. She's offbeat looking. Exactly. I saw that once on some TV show where these two hicks were talking about it. Man, I tell you, you know who I like? No, I like that Meryl Streep. She got what I call offbeat good looks. I really like Meryl Streep in the early 1979 era. Come on, is it Gothica, folks? People are here. I know there's another one that sounds like that with Uma Thurman, who is also hot, by the way, but skinny, but still. What the hell? Man. Jesus Christ! Sorry, God.
Yeah, it is Gothica. Yeah,
I couldn't even find it.
Yeah.
What's the other one though? The other name that's similar.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, Ursula Andress was in She, exactly. Grace Jones. Hey, I wouldn't kick her out. I'm in an offbeat mood. There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah.
These guys, you know what happens? We start talking about this, the guys get all horny, and it gets ridiculous. Gattaca.
There you go. That's the one. Thank you.
There you go. Very, very close.
Yep.
Mom's Tigers go. Oh, I don't know about that.
Well, it's 1-1. Don't make me get the bat out.
Get that bat out of here.
Mad. Joe, get mad.
I'll knock you. I went like this, like that's going to do anything. All right, guys. We're almost 90 minutes. So you're still here, Mike. Why don't you come up and say hello and goodbye, man? Show us some movies you got. Come on. What you got to do is say, guys, this is some of the new movies I got. Look at the stuff Tim watches. Come on. It's on the same level as that. You like the same kind of stuff Tim likes. And me.
Yeah,
Tom, they're putting that pressure on him again. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Mo. There's times where, depending on how she did her makeup, she was very attractive.
Yeah, sometimes Mo. George thought so.
Yeah. Well, clearly.
Well, Patty is probably the
until she opens her mouth and has her teeth all like.
Oh boy.
No, I like Patty, of course.
Sometimes Cynthia even could be cute too. Sometimes,
Sure.
you know.
Yeah.
I know nobody said Yoko, but
Yeah.
But I've seen some hot pictures of her where she's going to that grapefruit.
Oh.
They've all looked good in certain pictures. Every one of them.
Night of the Juggler.
I don't think I've seen that one. Yeah. Oh, Henry.
Henry, you don't have a leg to stand on with that comment. What are you trying to do? Stump people with trivia? Something from all decades.
He didn't know that she had one leg at the. I don't think at the time.
Well, yes.
Not when he met her.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me you legs?
Yeah, I know.
I hate her personally, but I do think she's a very attractive woman. So I don't blame.
He was attracted to her because he reminded him of Linda, because she was blonde and she was very chesty.
Yeah.
Movies, which decade? All decades. Something in all decades until you start getting the 2000s. It gets a little skimpy.
70s.
I can't pick one decade. I really can't. I don't know. I guess that most of them are 70s for me. I guess if I had to pick one. But I like
probably
30s. I like too.
Yeah, I'd probably be the 30s just because of 1939. There's so many great movies in 1939 that just for that year alone, I'd go the 30s.
Yeah, Son of Frankenstein. Well, Henry, I mean, you got to go back a ways to make that. All right, folks, we're 91 minutes. I'm going to cut this off. So anyway, that's it. Thank you all. Thank you all, everybody in the comments. And well, you too, Tom and Tim. What can I say? So let's see what we watch for next week, huh? And maybe Tom will get back to the movie theater.
Yeah, Wednesday and Thursday.
All right. So thank you, everybody. It's going to be an abrupt ending, I guess, but don't forget to subscribe if by any chance you haven't. And don't forget my other channel. Yes, you got to do my other channels too to subscribe. You know what it is? Oh, God. This one here, Mayo's Retired Life, which has to change because that title is just people who are not retired don't care. But do Mayo's Retired Life there. And already know Mean Mr. Mayo, which I think, everybody already is a member of. Okay, everybody, talk soon. I'm ending it now. Cheers.